Hello, Trailblazers! Did you know that behind the graphs we use in math and science, there are some truly fascinating and even funny stories? From saving lives to making huge mistakes, graphs have shaped history in surprising ways. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey through some of the craziest, most inspiring, and occasionally hilarious moments in the history of graphs. Let's dive in. Let's start with William Playfair, the father of graphs. In 1786, he invented the bar chart and line graph because honestly, he didn't want to write long explanations for his data. Playfair believed pictures could replace tables of numbers, but people at the time thought he was just being lazy. They called his graphs mere drawings and refused to take them seriously. Little did they know, Playfair's lazy idea would revolutionize how we understand data. Next, let's talk about Florence Nightingale. You might know her as the founder of modern nursing, but did you know she also created one of the most famous graphs in history? During the Crimean War, she used a polar area diagram, a type of pie chart, to show how more soldiers were dying from disease than battle wounds. Her graph convinced the British government to improve sanitation in hospitals, saving countless lives. It was a chart that changed history. Now, here's a story about detective work and a graph that stopped a deadly disease. In 1854, Dr. John Snow used one of the first scatter plots to track cholera cases in London. By plotting the locations of sick people, he discovered a contaminated water pump was the source of the outbreak. His graph not only solved the mystery, but also changed how we approach public health forever. Talk about the power of data visualization. Then there's Charles Minard, who made what's often called the greatest graph of all time. Minard charted Napoleon's disastrous 1812 march to Russia in a graph that showed the army's size, route, and the freezing temperatures they endured. The graphic is so detailed and clear that it's still studied today. Historians joke that if Napoleon had read the graph before his campaign, he might have stayed home. Finally, here's a modern-day lesson in how not to make a graph. In 2012, Wired magazine published a pie chart about global oil production. But there was a big problem. The slices didn't add up to 100%. The mistake went viral, and the internet had a field day making fun of it. It's a reminder that even the best tools can fail if we don't double-check our math. So there you have it, 5 amazing stories about how graphs have changed history, solved mysteries, and, yes, even caused a few laughs. From saving lives to warning us about bad math, graphs do more than just show data. They tell stories. I hope these tales inspire you to look at graphs in a whole new way. Now, let's get started creating our own graphs and writing the next chapter in data history.